MSPs around the world are finding it hard to find and retain the staff that they need to run their business. Will this staffing crisis in the MSP space ever end? Well, let's talk about this. Welcome to MSP Mountain. My name is Eric, and I'm from the company Support Venture, which is an MSP staffing company. So I get to be at the receiving end of a lot of the desperation that's going around in the industry right now. Not just the MSP IT industry, but also, they're having trouble finding people to work at McDonald's in a lot of countries. They're having what they call the Great Resignation, where people just don't want to work anymore. And well, what does this mean for the MSP space? Because I tell you, if I had level 2 or level 3 tech who was a good match for every company that told me that they need a new level 2 or level 3 tech, well, I'd probably be a millionaire by now. And well, it is what it is. I mean, our company Support Venture, we have over 100 people right now, and a lot of them are senior techs, and I know what the market looks like, and I know what the people want, and I know what the MSPs are looking for and who they think they want. And there's a bit of a gap here. And the crux of the issue is that a lot of MSPs are looking for someone who can, quote unquote, hit the ground running, meaning that they have someone who knows all the specific technologies that they need to run their projects, to do their escalation tickets and all that sort of stuff. And they don't really have much of an infrastructure or patience or time or money to train this person. So this is the crux of the issue. And the MSP world is actually a really small corner of the world of tech or even tech support. And a lot of MSPs have made mistakes hiring in the past. They've made mistakes bringing on the wrong people based on the wrong hiring considerations. And, they've wasted lots of their time and lots of their money getting it wrong with staffing. And so they just want somebody to hit the ground running. And this means that, well, if you only hire people with MSP experience and all the other MSPs are only hiring people with MSP experience, then the number of people in the industry, in the MSP space, who can work in the MSP space is finite. It's not going to change if there's not new people getting into the industry. And if there's not MSPs that take it as part of their duty to start people who have the right characteristics, the right intelligence, the right sort of ability to solve problems, and bring them up to the level where they can be, level 3 project technicians, train them, mentor them, and all this sort of stuff. But a lot of MSPs, they don't know how to do this. They don't know how to screen and select the right people. They don't know how to train those people. And then they don't know how to onward, in the placement, once they hire the person, mentor them so that they can hit the next level. A lot of MSPs, they're happy hiring like a, level 1 technician who doesn't have a lot of experience, but there tends to be a wall between level 1 help desk type people and, level 3 project type people. And it's very hard to penetrate that wall because, all of the MSPs, they just want someone with the experience. And we get, I get this desperation in my email all the time from MSPs contacting us. And it's a little bit sad to see how they actually believe that the only way that somebody can succeed in managing the technologies they have deployed to their clients is if the people have specifically experience with those specific technologies. It's like if you were looking for a house sitter to take care of your dog and a cat, and you're like, well, I need somebody with who can take care of my dog and a cat, and they need to have golden retriever experience, and they need to have actually dealt with a pregnant black cat who is going to have kittens soon, and they also need to have experience with dogs with epilepsy because our golden retriever has epilepsy. And if actually they don't have this experience, it's a no-go for me because I'm leaving tomorrow or I'm leaving next week and I need somebody who's going to hit the ground running and taking care of my pets. When, really you need someone who knows how to clean up poop, put some food down and love the animals, right? And then there's a few things you can train them on. when you're handing over the keys to your house and having them take care of your animals, right? But in the MSP space, a lot of people don't realize that the currency in this business is actually how fast can you learn new things. And if you're the person who started the MSP, I'm guessing that you can do it pretty fast. And I remember one of our new clients was saying that on his part, it was a little bit of hubris when he was growing his business to believe that he was the only one who could solve the high level technical problems. And he had to take a step back and actually find that people could if they were given the chance. So a lot of the time, MSPs will keep people down. Like, you're just a level 1 technician. Escalate a ticket if you don't know what you're doing. You're just a level 1, but mentoring and preparing people for the industry means that you have to find the people who have the natural skills to learn things quickly, figure out technologies, and the natural skills to understand the people who are using those technologies and how to make them happy with the technology. You need to hire people with that. Absolutely. See, when you're recruiting, find a way of figuring that out. At my company, the staffing company, we do VM tests, project work tasks. We do situational interviews where they're thrown at, someone calls in and says this, what do you do? And we also have them talk about their experience in intro videos and show their personality. And, we have a pretty good idea of who's going to be good and who's not going to be good. But a lot of MSPs, they're just looking at the resume or CV. They're just looking at how many years experience. Do they have experience with Azure AD? Do they have experience with VMware virtualization? Do they have experience with this, that, the other thing? And not realizing that if somebody doesn't have that specific experience, it's not a deal breaker. Because imagine when you started your business or you started working in the IT company, you didn't have experience with Azure AD. It's only a few years old, right? How did you learn it? Probably figured it out for yourself, didn't you? So maybe you need to find people who have that skill. Maybe you need to mentor them. Be there for them for escalations. Be there for them reviewing their work. Be there for them recommending stuff that they play around with to prepare themselves for stuff that's going to come at them eventually in your company. Maybe you have to understand that probably looking at a resume is a completely misguided way to hire someone for an MSP, because it basically just attests to their ability to put a bunch of buzzwords and technologies on a piece of paper, but it doesn't actually attest to the fact that they can actually provide the results with those technologies and understand your business considerations, understand your clients and their business considerations and their struggles with technology and all that sort of stuff. You need to find a way to test people on that. And so, yeah, how are we going to get out of this MSP staffing shortage? Well, get new people in the industry and make frameworks to mentor them. This is what we do at Supportive Venture. This is why we're so successful at staffing in this industry, and why we're getting like multiple, like 5 new companies a week that want to work with us. And this is also why we've got hundreds of applicants every week that want to, because we have a reputation of actually being the bridge to success in people coming into the industry and finding the right place for them to grow their careers and develop their careers, because that's what it's all about. You want your business to grow, people want their careers to grow, their lives to get better, their knowledge to get better, their jobs to get more interesting. And if you hire that level 3 technician who's already been there, done it, he might already be burned out on the stuff that you're doing. But if you hire like a level 2 for a level 3 position that you train him for with a really well thought out training plan for 2-3 months on what it looks like to do a project, make some mock virtualization, low stakes environments where they can test things out on, and make them keep really good ticket notes and ask you really good questions and escalations, and then see if they're ready for being that level 3 while they're doing work as a level 2 in your company. Let them know there is a path, because same goes for level 1. Let them know that they can become a level 2. Same goes for a dispatcher. Let them know that they can become a level 1 if they so choose to be a tech rather than a dispatcher service coordinator. And then you'll get people who are a lot more loyal, and you'll get people who are a lot more curious about what the next day, week, or month in their job is going to bring them. Otherwise, well, you're going to continue to struggle, because at my company, we have, I think, probably like 5 companies who want every top tier candidate that we actually manage to recruit. And we let the candidate essentially choose which company they like the best based on what the company is offering them in terms of environment, in terms of onward training, in terms of structure, in terms of just a general vibe of being cared for and being in a place where they can actually grow their career. So that's it. What do you think about this MSP mountain? You've climbed so high already, and there's a lot more to go. So subscribe to our channel, and thanks a lot for watching. Bye now.